play further, but wedging his way in is Campbell. What a battle with Tambellini. Little extra shoulder came from Bieksa. Marchand worked on there and closed off by Tambellini. Then Marchand laid it to the back. Nice keep there and a hold and a drive by Ferentz, and that deflected wide. Came back along now for Thornton. Hip check down, played right back to him again. Duels again with Bieksa. Hold by Malhotra, but it's taken by Marchand. Marchand fed one all the way back. Up with it is Boychuk, and Boychuk angles one to the corner, ducking out of the way as the referee, as it's played by Marchand. Marchand laid it on a cross. Here's Recchi trying to escape. Campbell goes to the corner. He shoulders with Bieksa and goes down. Recchi can't make a play. Attack met by resistance all over the ice. 8 1/4 to go, scoreless first. Mark Recchi dropped it on back. Gave it then to Kaberle. Native of the Czech Republic sent that one ahead. It hit off the shelf and is played back out again off of Recchi. Second time. He was able to stoke it ahead, but quickly flung across to Sammy Salo.
Another outstanding shift for the fourth line for the Bruins.
Michael Ryder escapes. Ryder to the corner. Run off there by Hansen, and he can start it right back up to Higgins. Carried on by Kessler. Flung back to Higgins again. Higgins with a pass. Kessler in front. It came across for Ehrhoff. Banked on back, and it hopped to the Bruins, and it's played on out by Peverley. More changes in lines per team. Punched along further by Chara, taken by Peverley, carried in, and worked on there by Lucic. Lucic able to throw it back, but it went away from Seidenberg. Both of these guys are playing on a different side than normal. Chara controls there. Away from the forechecking of Henrik Sedin, it's punched onto center where Alberts has to contend with a couple of Bruins. It slipped on back where Alberts recovers and hands it on across.
That broken stick you saw in behind Tim Thomas was Ryan Kessler's. It got knocked out of his hand on that last rush for the Canucks. But I think the referees have sent the message. They're not going to call it overly tight.
Worked on now by LaPierre. LaPierre glides around behind. Ferentz on him, and Ferentz is able to play it further and then is run into by Hansen. Stephen Walkham and Dan O'Halloran are the referees. The last time they worked a Game 7 was Boston-Tampa Bay, and there were no penalties that night. This one tripped on back, and it is Ferentz there, but taken by LaPierre. LaPierre sent one in front, and a good checking job done by Kelly. Lays it back ahead now for Sagan. Tyler Sagan flopped it back in. Luongo out with a big goal stick to hook it around for Sammy Salo. That one escapes back down, but there'll be no icing here. Virtually non-stop play, 6 shots to 4 in favor of the Canucks. Twisted along by Adam McQuaid. Kaberle got there, tried to play it further, and it hopped off of Paille, but he recovers and stiffly plays it on to Adam McQuaid. Played back down by McQuaid, and this will go for an icing to stop the clock with 5:55 to go in a scoreless first period.
We'll talk about the pitching defenseman for the Vancouver Canucks. Here's a play by Chris Stan, but he's only able to make this because he has support coming back, and this is the aggressiveness I've been talking about. There's Jannik Hansen, perfect position. There's that trust factor, but the Boston Bruins have to be aware when that puck is coming up the board slow, expect the defenseman to come down. That puck's got to get out if you're Boston.
Cut off by Burrows, knocked down by Thornton, puck underneath, and it squibs loose and is played on to Thornton by McQuaid. Flown back in. Edler with a little trouble there. Paille on him, but he recovered to play it back to the safety of center ice. Bergeron wants to start ahead, but he has to wait till his teammate Paille gets onside. Shift change now for Boston. Seidenberg with one into the catching glove of Roberto Luongo. There have been 10 shots that have been on goal. More than 10 hits in this game, and it is scoreless.
I got this one, old man.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
О, извините, сколько времени?
Oh, this? It's my Fidelity account.
Ranked #1 in customer loyalty. It pays to discover.
Time now for Edward Jones FaceTime. Pierre is with Vancouver coach Alain Vigneault.
No Mason Raymond. So far, you happy with the way your team has responded?
Yeah, I mean, both teams are skating real hard and working real hard right now. It's been a good start, and hopefully we can continue.
Why is your team so much more aggressive here in Vancouver than when you're playing in Boston?
It's tough to answer, but at the end of the day, we worked all year long to get home ice. We got it, and we got to make it work.
Thanks for doing this, Alain.
My pleasure, Pierre.
Offensive zone faceoff is won by the Bruins. Twirling to the outside is Marchand. Some weaving in front of Luongo. And a feed in front. They score! A lot of traffic in front, and Patrice Bergeron has gotten the first goal of the game.
And Eddie, this is a double whammy because it's against the Sedins and Burrows. Right off a TV timeout, and Marchand does a great job working on Salo, and he exploits him.
Well, this was off a face-off win for the Vancouver Canucks. Brad Marchand does a great job of buying some time, a little soft pass. I'm not sure if that's for Mark Recchi or not, but the Canucks won the face-off, and the Bruins score a goal.
Salo couldn't close the gap very quickly because of the buying of time by Marchand. Look at that time and space. Right onto the right-handed shooting Bergeron stick. 1-0 Boston.
No time for Luongo to react. So many bodies.
It seems now like such a long time ago, but Bergeron was an injured party in these playoffs too. Up the boards, it's tipped back out by Sean Thornton. They had traffic going in front of Luongo. That's what teams traditionally say they want to do in front of any goaltender. This came along now for Campbell to pop back high. Bieksa closed off behind. Campbell could not reach. Tanner Glass with it there. Those who research these things would want me to mention that the scorer of the first goal in the previous 6 games of this series have won the game. Canucks start ahead. Directed right back on for Tambellini. Crossover move in front of the shot. Oh, and Thomas with a save. For a brief microsecond, it was 2 alone. But Tim Thomas was there. It is 1-0 Boston.
Welcome back, Bud Light Port Paradise.
Here we go. Anything to declare?
No. What have you heard?
No. Well, we were, you know... No.
It just may be the best time you never talk about. Bud Light Port Paradise with 2
The Vancouver Canucks actually win this draw, but watch the hustle by Brad Marchand. He wins the foot battle. That can't happen if you're the Vancouver Canucks. Somebody's got to saw him off and not allow him to get to that puck. What happens? Marchand to Bergeron, 1-0 lead.
And a nice push by Vancouver. Stretch pass. Jeff Tambellini one-on-one with Ferentz. Gives it over to Kessler, and Timmy Thomas with that linebacker-type mentality diving out and shutting it down. Bergeron making it 1-0 Boston off that slick feed by Marchand.
Ryan Kessler's got it going on for the Vancouver Canucks. He is skating really well.
You could tell before the game, couldn't you, Eddie and Doc? Just how he was talking to me, he was so plugged in. He was ready to ride.
Well, it was one of those sets of words that just sort of grab you and you say, isn't this terrific that these guys feel this way?
The pureness, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly, take you back to your roots, and especially in a moment like this.
So here's Kessler. Right now it goes in the book as Bergeron's 5th from Marchand at 14:37 elapsed time. Milan Lucic brings it on. Native of East Vancouver played it back in, and around it comes now for the play by Tanev. Christopher Tanev led it across. Directed onto center, settled down by Mark Recchi, and played right back in again. So Luongo yet again. And Tanev by Recchi, and carried out by Henrik Sedin. Tried to reach twin brother Daniel, no luck. Directed onto Marchand by Chara. Marchand stepped by one. Aggressive wingers saw it go to Recchi. Marchand trying to plow his way into the corner. It's touched around just away from him. Good close off on him by Andrew Alberts. Played across by Henrik Sedin and knifed down, and then played by a high stick by Rafi Torres. Saturday, June the 25th. Don't miss reigning champion Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and more in tennis's ultimate test of excellence, the Championships Wimbledon, part of NBC Sports Championship season, coming Saturday, June 25th on NBC. where we have the best of anything that involves nets and sometimes hard hits and roughness and charging and golf and the cheval horse racing. Well, anyway, played ahead now for Michael Ryder. Ryder with a shot that went wide. Towed it up much as he did for the Hamilton Bulldogs and ended a game in the American League in 4 overtimes. Longest one they have had in that circuit.
Eddie, did this miss by much? Roberto Luongo looked like he lost it.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit far outside there, Pierre. Should get a really good look here. I think he might have picked it up a little late after it got by Christian Ehrhoff, but a good idea there by Michael Ryder. I love how he changes the angle and gives the goaltender Luongo something to think about.
Kicked across, Johnny Boychuk filtered it on through for the Bruins, thrown back in by Rich Peverley. Hooked along by Luongo, touched back out again by Bieksa, and down for an icing touch-up. The shots are 7-5 Vancouver. The Bruins have scored on 5 of their last 13 on Roberto Luongo.
Pierre, since that goal by Patrice Bergeron, what's the sense down there right now, especially on the Vancouver bench? You seen any change?
They're much more quiet on the Vancouver bench. On the Boston bench, a little bit more energy, a lot more discussion, and guys are helping one another in terms of the changes. We've got a glass problem down to the right of Roberto Luongo, so we've got some time for Luongo to calm himself down, and for Vancouver, pretty quiet bench right now, Eddie and Doc.
Later tonight, Jay welcomes Blake Shelton from NBC's hit show The Voice to the Tonight Show. And live Tuesday night at 9, 8 Central, it's the semifinals of The Voice right here on NBC. From the tie-up, it is Sagan. Bieksa with the bear hug. Pulling free, it's a pass to Ryder, and the shot deflected high. Everyone looking and sparring for it. Ehrhoff comes by and gives it across to Bieksa, who shakes it back out of harm's way. Another fire wagon change for the Canucks. Kelly dropped it back in and got out of the way of the freight train named Alberts. Sagan dueling, got it onto Ryder, hammered by Alberts. Puck squirted loose in front, and Tanev gets it there. Then Oreskovic, then back out, off a glove, and out of play. 2 minutes even to go.
The fact that man's even playing is unbelievable, Eddie and Doc. Manny Malholtra's career almost ended because of a severe eye injury. After being hit with a puck in the eye. The fact he's even back playing is amazing.
Yeah, back in March, regular season game. Very inspirational and great to see a guy that has done so much both on and off the ice get an opportunity in the Stanley Cup final.
It is Paille bringing it right back in. Got it onto Campbell, touched it over for Thornton, but a good back check was done there by Tanner Glass. Laid on back further now for McQuaid. One of the great gentlemen of this sport, Manny Malhotra. And the swelling has gone down remarkably, protected by the face shield that you saw. This is Alberts. Off of Boychuk. 1:25 to go in the first period. Boychuk jabbed it behind. Can be played further now. Laid back out by Andrew Ferentz and back down where Marchand goes hustling with Salo. Salo got there, and thus the icing.
Good hustle there by Sammy Salo to negate that icing.
That's a tough call. Marchand actually made contact with the puck, but they're deeming he made contact on the wrong side of center ice. The hustle part is right, Edzo, on Salo. He just beats Marchand to the puck, but I really believe Marchand didn't think it was going to be icing. That's why he changed his positioning.
Yeah, I think the right call was made. I think what he was trying to do was just kind of put it in behind Sammy Salo to force him to turn and go back for a puck.
That's why Dan O'Halloran's over-explaining it to Claude Julien. The entire Bruins bench thought it was not icing.
Off this tie-up, Henrik Sedin with it. Pulls his way to the front. Short side try was shut off by Thomas. Daniel Sedin goes down. Burrows comes by. Boychuk prevails. Bergeron gave it up to Marchand, and he's able to hand it across to Ferentz. The announcement for the final minute just made. Laid back in now by Ferentz, and along to play is Recchi. Sammy Salo canceled him out. Recchi goes fighting back for it, though. And out of a four-man scrum, Bergeron reaching in. Down to the ice, Ehrhoff. From his knees, played it through, and Salo is able to start it back the other way, just banking one to center. Seidenberg, the German-born defenseman, laid it back across, and offside is called. Coming up in the Pizza Hut intermission report, Mike and Keith and Dan with their favorite plays from the first, plus how would Boston respond to winning their first Stanley Cup since Orr and Esposito roamed the old Boston Garden, along with a number of rodents we understand. That's ahead on the Pizza Hut intermission report.
I remember once being in there, we killed a mouse, put it in someone's skate.
Oh, nice.
Eddie, I'm sure you've got some good stories from there, too.
They actually named a couple of them that were regulars that they saw at the back entrance of the old place, but it had a lot of character. And people in New England just swear by the fun that they had going to their very first game.
When you were a young guy, you got certain seats in locker rooms, and there, the old Chicago Stadium and the Boston Garden, you had a unique seat in a particular locker room where you saw everything.
Tambellini connects across. Bieksa brings it on, slips it through, punched away by Thomas, and flicked along by Krejci. And we get a stoppage of play, and what have we?
Higgins hit Chara behind the play and knocked Chara right down. And Chara had a tough time getting up. You'll see number 20, Christopher Higgins, go right after 33. Thanks, Edzo. And watch Chara.
Both players were looking where the puck was coming from. They're both looking. I mean, this is an innocent play where players are looking back to see where the puck is coming. Two guys looking out into the night and collide right at the blue line.
Vino wanted to make sure the faceoff was inside the Boston zone. And now Dan O'Halloran's going to have to go talk to Doug Huda, who changes his defenseman.
Was that offside, Pierre, or was they blew the whistle because Chara was hurt?
They blew the whistle, I believe, because Chara was hurt.
He can't stay out there then.
That's right. But the trainer did not come out. Now Chara's coming off. The referees just came over, and that's why Chara's coming off.
An alert call by our coaches, Pierre and Eddie. Waved out of the face-off. Campbell. Coming in is Kelly.
Three centermen on the ice for Boston. Bergeron, Campbell, and Kelly.
From the tie-up, it comes on to Campbell. Flicked back, though, by Henrik Sedin and touched on across. Here's Bieksa firing one, and his dub shot is followed up in a backhander, and the horn will go to end the first period of play. For an icing, and they sold as a season ticket the Oregon bench at Boston Garden. Inside the glass, here's Pierre.
One of the things we saw in the first period, both Dan O'Halloran and Stephen Walkom putting their whistles away. It's very apparent. You see that slash on Ryan Kessler, the graphic evidence of the broken stick. Christopher Higgins runs over Zdeno Chara, so he can't defend. Both of those, I believe, would have been penalties earlier in this series. They haven't been tonight.
Boychuk swung it over. Ferentz with a shot. Rattled around off of Lucic in front. And then it's played back up the half boards, pinching along as Ferentz, keeping play alive again. Lucic is bodied there. Led on to Krejci. Punched on back for the hold by Peverly, who was the surrogate defenseman. Fired back around again, and Higgins touches one that goes by Kessler and back down, and will be an icing. No, cut off. Kessler is shot, and that one blocked off to the corner. It went off the linesman, didn't it?
Yes, it did, Doc.
Well, that is unusual. He was back to whistle the icing and then wound up with the puck glancing off him. Knifed on now for Kessler, and Kessler with a long pass. Will this be more conventional and less painful? Yes. 1:01 gone in the second, 1-0 Bruins.
Well, there's Jean Morin, and Doc, you're talking about it. He's going to be making a beeline for the front of the net, thinking to make the call, and then Tambellini does a great job. He takes the shot, and there's the linesman standing right in front of Tim Thomas.
He's not supposed to be there. I mean, he's got to eye that up, but he's not supposed to be in that position, is he, Eddie?
No, absolutely not. And you know what he's trying to do is get a good vantage point of where that is, but give Tambellini credit. Great speed, negate the icing.
Marchand dips the shoulder, walks in front, hit the post with the shot. Rushed right back out again by Bieksa. Off of Bergeron. Brought back in by Marchand. Stymied by Daniel Sedin. So it can be played by Edler.
He's having a real tough time with the puck. Look at the Bruins on him hard.
All the injuries are secret, but it is no secret, as Pierre mentioned, that
that's too many men on the ice. Sorry, Doc.
That's all right. Here's Bieksa's shot, and that glove by Thomas.
Well, we saw Mike Milbury and Keith Jones talking about certain individuals in that first period. Sean Thornton, and here's Brad Marchand. Look at the move there. Little stutter step around Alex Edler. Luongo down. He goes short side right off the post. But the change of speed threw Edler off, and then Marchand was able to take the puck to the net.
See the tape on his left glove? That's one of the reasons why he can't be overly physical, and that's why he's having a tough time moving the puck.
Here's Daniel Sedin, trickling one in front. Henrik Sedin with that to the back. Albert's a shot. It's deflected wide. Tanev with it there. Rattled around behind. Daniel Sedin touched it in front off Burrow's stick. Tanev up with it again. Swings it on a cross. Held there by Alberts. Flopped around behind. Daniel Sedin tapped it to the corner for Henrik, but instead it's Kelly. Then sent around behind. Daniel Sedin waiting again. Helped it on back to Tanev. Rattled it off the boards behind. Tipped on by Henrik Sedin. Alberts dumped it behind. Henrik Sedin with it there. Backhanded one that's held at the side of the net, and Thomas is there. Fans are standing at that end. The whistle is blown, and the faceoff is signaled near Thomas.
And the puck didn't go in.
It is easy to see with your heart and not your eyes if you have paid the price of admission and sit there.
Well, the big line working down low, finally getting that puck to the front of the net. Sedin, Burrows in front. There's Alex Burrows standing in front. Just unfortunately a little bit too deep, with the puck rolling on edge, up and over his stick.
Trying to force feed the puck out front. Henrik Sedin from down low. Burrows jabbing away, but that puck never crossed the line on Tim Thomas.
Kessler helps it to the back. Swung off of Thomas from the deep corner. Played along by Krejci. Well, you guys have mentioned Kessler a number of times and how focused he seems and how hard driving he is. He was the one that tried that bad angle shot. This one is tipped up into the mesh, and so with 2:29 gone in the second, it is still 1-0 in favor of Boston on Bergeron's goal.
You got to fight for every inch of ice in this game right now. This is a big game for big men right now. This is not a small little scooter game. And that's the way Boston wants to play it. Vancouver wants to play it a high octane. Boston wants to keep it in a congestion type situation, and they're succeeding at it.
So far in the series, it's been the opposite. When the games have been low scoring, tight defending, Vancouver has won. When the Boston Bruins have pushed the pace and played that wide open type of game hard, they've dominated.
Agreed.
Bruins are shotless since they scored the goal at 14:37 of the first period. Misfire for Hansen. Good check by Torres on McQuaid. McQuaid able to bounce off that and push it back up for Peverley. Couldn't chop it by. Still battling, though. Help came from McQuaid yet again. Off Peverley to McQuaid, then Peverley. And this time they can carry it out. Rich Peverley moving ahead. Has Krejci breaking, but that one is deflected across and touched on back by LaPierre. They continue to work. Lucic got up. Got it on to Krejci. Leading scorer in the series and in the playoffs. Krejci pushed it around. Lucic cannot play it there. Bieksa, tough man on him. Meanwhile, up the board, swung off the back of the cage by Sean Thornton, who was out there. Seidenberg roughed up by Torres. Reaching in is Edler. Edler had it knocked off his stick, and then he recovered to get it out to center, and then it's pushed right back through him and set up by Luongo with a little twisting motion off the glass. Pinching in his pie. He got away from Bieksa. Centered in front, it ricocheted off Luongo and off of Campbell. He tries to send it in front and can't. Edler with more trouble there. Help came from Daniel Sedin, who pushed it on out. Carried on by Henrik Sedin and sent through Chara, the 233s to the corner. The glass is still shaking from the shove. Campbell sent it around. Thornton to get it there. Fourth liners, the rugged guys are out there for the Bruins. A little twisting motion, and so Thomas has to paddle to Chara, and then Paille to Campbell. Back up they bring it. 3 men back for Vancouver. 3 on the attack for Boston. Paille pushed it behind, taken along by Tanev. Laid along, and Boychuk has it. Here's Boychuk shooting one, and that blocked down in front. Pushed along by Bergeron. Touched on further past Recchi for Boychuk again. This one careened around to Henrik Sedin. Shoulder into him by Paille. Shaken on back to center and a very careful block by Ference. Over 4.5 played in the second period. The shots are 12-5 Vancouver in this period, 4-0. Henrik Sedin sees this one carried to the corner by Bergeron. Back up now for Tambellini. Followed up by Henrik Sedin and given on a cross where Alberts hooks it high. Glove down by Boychuk. Rifled on back to Marchand, who gains the zone. Marchand holding, shooting one that's blocked right back off of Tanev. Tanev able to recover this one, though. Tanev sailed it off the boards, booted along by Ference. Good hand-eye coordination. Forces Tanev back again. Has Kessler peeling off. Lays a little pass to Tambellini. Moves up with Kessler and got it to him. Here's Kessler with a shot that's held by Thomas.
Beautiful pass there by Jeff Tambellini to get the puck to Ryan Kessler.
Alexander Edler, we talk about him having a tough time with the puck tonight, and the Bruins are aware of it. Watch how quickly they close the gap on him. He's turning pucks over. He's reaching out. No strength on his lower hand on his stick, and that's one of the in-series adjustments you make as a coach. You break the opposition down, you realize injuries and tendencies, and then you attack them.
Malhotra on the face-off with Peverley. Off the tie-up. Oreskovich had that one knocked away. Played on by the Bruins and carried out by Kelly. Kelly flopped it back in. When we get a moment, I want you as a longtime centerman, Eddie Olczyk, to talk about what those conversations are like and about down there that we just saw between Peverley and the linesman. Not word for word, but just what the whole subject was. Meanwhile, centering pass out in front, overskated by a pair and taken along by Malhotra.
Just working the linesman, making sure it's a fair 50-50 face-off.
Caberly goes to the corner for this one. Brushed it around, right up the boards to Ryder. Shift changes on for the Canucks. Michael Ryder brought it ahead. Sailed it around behind Luongo to get it there. Careful play, comes back to Edler. Nice firm pass on for Bieksa. Jousted further by Oreskovich, but marched right back now by Krejci, and a big drive went wide. Punched out by Oreskovich. Thrown right back in again by Ference. 6.5 played in the second period. Tipped by Oreskovich. Kessler right there. Brushed it one-handedly on ahead for Higgins. Drops it to Kessler. And that one is cut off. Good defensive work by Peverley. Taken by Higgins and a save.